Morning, Leo. These are Soul's Journey cards by James von Praagh. We're using these today. You seem to be dealing with opposites in your life. Just call it opposite day, okay, Leo? Call it a day and call it opposite day, like SpongeBob did. Because I see a lot of opposites in this reading. We have adversity and we have forgiveness. I accept I accept that challenges are the best way to learn. I accept that challenges are the best way to learn. And that's how you're embracing forgiveness. I acknowledge that harboring resentment blocks the flow of love. So you're learning through adversity to just forgive people. Because if you don't forgive people, you're stuck up in that negative energy of, well, I'm not going to forgive them, and I'm going to be bitter, and I'm going to be mad, and then nothing ever gets accomplished, right? So you're learning through adversity to forgive people. That's how you're learning the lesson of forgiveness, is through adversity. We also have envy and pride. I am the same as everybody, but with different challenges. And pride, I love myself and I see myself in everyone. So you're learning how to get through envy by seeing yourself in everyone. You know, this is interesting. Some people look at pride and they're like, oh, pride is such a bad thing. Don't be prideful, be humble, sit down, and pride is not always necessarily bad. I mean, it's okay to take pride in your work. Um, but with this type of pride, you're loving yourself and seeing yourself in everyone. And you may be acknowledging that sometimes you have envy as well. Envy is not the same as jealousy. Jealousy is wishing, that we had the same things that someone else had. Envy is wishing that we had those things instead of them. And a good experience, well, I wouldn't necessarily say a good experience, but an experience I have with envy is one day I was driving around and I parked somewhere and I saw a car sitting in the shade, and I wish that I had that spot and they didn't, but I hadn't gotten there in time, right? So I just sat there for a while and started eating, and eventually they moved their car, and then I didn't want their spot anymore. I was just happy that I was sitting in my car and eating. So yeah, it's crazy, right? How we can be envious and people can be envious of us, and but we see ourselves in other people. And that's what you're doing, seeing yourself in other people, realizing that we're all the same, right? We are all the same. We may have different things, we may have different jobs, we may have different likes and dislikes and preferences, but ultimately we're all human beings and we're all the same. You're also dealing with fear and guilt at this time. I realize that I am testing my resolve to live in the energy of love and guilt. I release any beliefs that no longer assist in my soul's growth. So you could feel guilty about the past, and that's what causes you to be in a state of fear. But you're learning to release that guilt in order to release the fear. Because if you stay stuck in that energy of guilt, you're going to stay stuck in the energy of fear. And so you're releasing both of these, okay? Releasing both of these. We also have balance and growth. Balance, I bring a state of perfect harmony into my world, and I do so without judgment. So some of you are going on a set schedule or taking up a part-time or full-time job. Growth, I want to expand my consciousness and my awareness. So you're growing through keeping a balance in your life. Not everyone likes schedules. I personally, I don't like schedules. And, sometimes you can even, I don't know, like make your own schedule and still not like it, but schedule is a schedule, and a schedule and structure and order is needed to have a good life. Because if we don't have structure, we don't have anything. I mean, even the people that don't work, they have a certain schedule where they get up and they eat, and then a few hours later they eat again. So you're basically balancing out your life. Thank you.